I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
So as I tune into the interwebs, I noticed that there are little green sprouts, green shoots are starting to form in the barren and what's they call where there's no rain, the droughted landscape where the video game industries especially they're oh my god, after 5 years of declining and now no sales and billions of dollars worth of losses, they're starting to say, oh, okay, well, scale back on the woke crap. Movies are starting to do that too, uh, especially at Disney, whether it's Marvel Studios or Lucas. Well, maybe not Lucas, but Marvel, they started scaling back and, yeah, not as much woke shit, please. Was it an Inside Out? There was going to be, what, a gay or trans thing, and they said no to that, and then Inside Out did rather well. But these are just sprouts. These are just initial little blades of grass popping up, and it's going to take a while to recover. And then there's other industries and fields, departments and companies where no, they're still doubling down, tripling down on woke. Go ahead, look at Jaguar. They haven't gotten it, but there seems to be, and a lot of people say, "Oh, the world is healing," and you're not wrong. The first derivative, would it be, is now finally positive. It's going the right way now. We've stopped the bleeding, it seems, but there's this impression I'm getting that everyone, especially in the video game and movie industries, but all over woke corporate America, that you think, oh, oops, tee hee, we just went a little too far. We'll just flip the switch and everything will be A-okay, right, gang? Ha ha. Hey, white guys, you got money we hear. Ha, you know, that whole 10 years we told you to fuck off and discriminated against you. And, you know, we told you you're the cause of all. Hey, we're just joking. As every girl says when she becomes a single mom, tee, I was just a face. I was an insufferable bitch. I was just joking. Hey. Money now? I get the impression that these corpos, these executive types, they think it's just a matter of, okay, we'll stop doing that and things are going to go back to normal. And they don't realize just what tremendous destruction they've not only done to their brands or their IPs or whatever the hell it is they're selling, especially if it's a creative brand, you know, like video games and movies where there might be sequels. It's like, no, you literally shat in the punch bowl of all future products. They don't realize that their audience isn't going to come back. I say it's gone forever. I say your audience is going to have to be a whole new generation of young people that never consume whatever it might be, Star Trek, Star Wars, video games, products. You have lost whoever the current, you know, the coveted, what is it, 18 to 50-year-old demographic or 24 to 50-year-old. You've lost them forever. And there's a word that some of you corporals might want to learn about. It's called apathy. No one cares. Think about this. No one cares about Star Wars anymore. No one. No one cares about video games anymore. They just so you could, and we talked about this where there was a video game, a new Indiana Jones video game came out, and it turned out it was really good. Well, too bad you had what's her name? What Phoebe Waller Bridge fuck Harrison Ford in his ass with a dildo on the last Indiana Jones movie because girl boss. I mean, not that what was it? The Kingdom of the Lost Skull was any better. Um, you can't sell Indiana fucking Jones. And they're not coming back. There's people talking, well, let's just wait 10 years and then we'll re-release, or, oh, we'll just knock it off this year. Oh, okay. Ha ha, tee hee, you caught it. Well, we won't do it. No one's coming back. And I'm not even joking about this. I'm not joking. I know all you big corpos. You guys are all, if we're going to get consultants in, we need to get Bain and McKinsey. We need to get Accenture. Remember the company called Anderson Consulting that was part of Anderson Accounting? And then they had that whole debacle with WorldCom and Enron. I guess they were just criminals, barely criminals. Yeah, Accenture there is basically the revitalized corpse of Anderson Consulting. We need to hire them. I understand you want to hire them. But when you actually have real problems and you have, well, I was going to say you have hundreds of billions of dollars of market capitalization to lose, probably not anymore because you've lost it all already. You can't deal with the corporate cocksucking MBAs who don't know anybody. You might need a brash and insightful and outside the box type of thinker to come in and say, stop making all the chicks fat and ugly. But it's up to you. But if you want some free advice, and I am not joking about this, they're never going to show it to you normies, to you plebes, you commoners. They're never going to show it to you people. But right now, a lot of corporations, especially in the video game media industry, auto manufacturing, I'm going to get into a little bit, they are scared shitless of their declining sales, people not buying their crap, people leaving, and the backlash to DEI, woke leftist marketing. That's really what it is. Like, hey, kids, you've all been told to be good little leftists by your teachers. Hey, it's Target, perfect example. It's gay plateware. No, it's just plateware. You just put a gay flag next to it. The plateware sucks. What, that really? That's your strategy? It's not working. And people starting to revolt. People are saying, fuck you. And they're going to try and, just flip the switch. Oh, we're sorry. Oh, well, we told, tee hee, here's normal products again. They say, well, we might have to put this on rest for 10 years and all that. Here's what you should do. And this is what you're going to have to do. What you're going to have to do, American corporations, and damn near all of you, and this would be a marketing coup. The first one to admit to do this, you start making real progress. You need to apologize to the American people for fucking them over in so many different ways. Because as I started thinking about it, I'm like, I went more on the angle of, okay, the fun video game and movie world fucked over their client base by ruining everyone's heroes. You ruined everyone's heroes. And you ruined our games. You ruined our fun. And you took away our women. You made them fat, unfuckable pigs, even though they're digital. I get that. Then I'm like, oh, wait, that's not the only way you corporations have absolutely been horrible citizens to your fellow Americans. You have been despicable neighbors. Again, not a Democrat, not Ralph Nader, but it infuriates me how short-sighted you dumb fucks are in corporate America, where you've built generations before you, because let's admit, you current day executives, you guys are dumber than fuck. You have no skills, no talent. You're not smart at all. You've taken these brand names, these corporations, these products, these stories, all the creative items in the nation, and all you did was shit on them. You let them fucking rot and decay, and you turned them into such poisonous shit That I don't know what I really don't know how else to describe it, but you abused your clients. You attacked your clients because you are so short-sighted. You don't get that, hey, it took centuries sometimes to build up the reputation we have with these clients. And maybe we don't look to get profits maximized in the next 2 quarters, but we think long term. And to do that, to be a good neighbor, to get to curry the favor and the investment of your neighbors, you need to actually be a good neighbor. You need to be a good citizen. You can't fuck over your neighbor all the time. And why are the neighbors coming over to our parties anymore? And the only way out of this to begin with is you need to apologize for the many different sins. Now, this is going to, for example, the Stellantis, the former CEO, was this European pussy who was going to go all electric. He is the one, if you young men are wondering, why aren't they making race cars anymore under the Chrysler or the Dodge brand name? It's because of that pussy over in Europe. And then when they found out, oh shit, the profits went away because those cars were really popular. They fired him and they said, I'd do it again. Okay, so you're going to have to get rid of your current batch of CEOs. Same thing with that pussy over at Jaguar. The guy who probably never drove stick in his life, doesn't know what a race car is. He will never. He's an ideologue. Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know if she ever had the intention of ever making a profit. I know without a doubt she had the intention of putting vagina front and center on Star Wars, but I don't even know if the idea of profit was ever on her mind. But it's moot and academic now because there was no profit in Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars. These people are not going to apologize. And what the board of directors need, and maybe you board of director types, you are also modern day, you're roughly my generation, right? You're a bunch of connected Gen Xers who are probably ideologues as well. Still got a little bit of Obama's cum left on your chin, right? It's not going to be until you guys go away too, but somewhere down the road, this is all I heard about when working in banking and business college and all that. We need business leaders. We need leaders. I've yet to see some fucking leaders. You guys are the most obedient little non-thinking bitches I've ever fucking seen in my life. You're going to need an actual leader and a real man or woman to come in and make a public apology and say, we here at the Boeing Corporate, and the more I thought, I'm like, there are so many examples of you corporations just fucking over your clients. We here at Boeing, no, we have fucked up. I have you caused some death yet? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to how many crashes there's been with Boeing. There have been things in the past that don't you dare say previous administrations. No one gives a fuck. They're not going to discern. And we are taking it upon ourselves to make changes, and we want to issue an apology to all of our clients and America in general. Right? Same thing with Procter & Gamble, who always say, what did they do to you? Do you remember the Gillette commercial? Well, Gillette is not a standalone company. It is a brand name that is owned by Procter & Gamble. I will never go, what would it take me to go back to Gillette? One, it would take Procter & Gamble to come out with a commercial and say, we are sorry about this. And all the people associated with that have been fired or severanced off. It was horrible and despicable, and we will never do that to another group of people again. We understand, you may not come back, but we are here to make a good product, and we hope you reconsider us in the future. That is what it or you just wait for generations to die. That's it. So that the next generation of kids who are being born now, 15, 20 years from now, they're like, well, maybe 15, because you start shaving around 15, 17 years. No, I guess 20 years. Yeah, I didn't really shave all that much until I was about 20. Yeah, it's going to take 20 years for a whole new generation of kids, young men, to forget about that atrociously sexist anti-male ad you fuckers at Procter and Gamble had. So it's 20 years, or we are sorry. And you go forth, and if you needed consulting, you can hire Asshole Consulting for an egregious fucking fee. We say, and going forward, we're going to focus on price and quality. And you make a vow, we will never have politics implemented into our company or our advertising or our products ever again. We want all people's money equally. We value everybody equally. We want all of you to be clients. and then you know what? Then maybe you're down to 5 years. You're maybe down to 5 years. You see, I know you corporate cocksuckers. You just can't. Could you imagine Bob Iger? Sorry, I lost more than half the value of the investor's money. Yeah, I got caught up in that DIESG thing. Could you see an arrogant little prick like that actually fucking apologizing? Could you see like Kathleen Kennedy ever come out and apologize? Can you see anyone of these video game developing firms? Yeah, you're right. We're sorry. I went a little too crazy with that woke shit. We know these video games aren't good. All right. It's not going to happen, but that would be the difference. One, you'd stand out in terms of marketing. Two, it'd actually be leadership. And three, oh my God, it'd be fucking ethical and honest. So to more fully paint an idea of where you corporations might want to start considering this, I know you won't. I know your dicks are so fucking small, man. I know they're so microscopically small, you can't do it. But if maybe I'm speaking to the future CEO in the millennial generation, like down the road, you're going to be just like the baby boomers are finally dying off. Now some of the Gen Xers are starting to get up there. Don't worry, my generation is going to die off too. We're nowhere near as numerous as the boomers. So there will come a point in time, you young millennials will be called to lead these institutions. And you may want to say, yep, we're right off the bat, we're going to apologize for that shit. We're never going to do it again. We're going to commit to our customers and our clients, good quality products, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, for not only would it be the right and ethical thing to do, but it would be I would say the best thing to do in terms of business marketing and PR and strategy. It's in the best long-term interests. I know it's not going to happen, but in case you're wondering, let me give you a couple examples here. All right. First, all you corporations should apologize for the absolutely horrific employment practices you've had for the past 2 generations. I'm specifically talking about ridiculous requirements for education to come work for you, which has only impoverished now 2 generations, certainly of 3, Gen X, millennials, and now the Zoomers. That shit, you want to be a good citizen? Knock that fucking shit off right now. And especially if you care about minorities and women and disadvantaged groups, because again, do you think Jerome in Southside Chicago, I don't know if anyone calls their kid Jerome anymore in Southside Chicago, Darius, let's just say, let's be Persian. Darius, Persian king, way back in the day. Never mind. All right. Do you think Darius on the South Side has time to go to school for 6 years to go sit for a CPA exam? Do you think he's got that time and the money? Get rid of these ridiculous fucking education requirements and have training programs instead, you stupid motherfuckers. That would be like the number one thing you could do to show goodwill as an American neighbor to the American people. That's one thing you could do as a corporate citizen of America to stop fucking over young people generation after generation, requiring the ridiculous college degree that bitch in HR Karen keeps requiring. I got to ask you, CEOs and COs, are all of the Karens in your HR department sucking your dick that you can't possibly give up the blowjobs to lower the education requirements and institute training programs? What is it? Are there sexual favors going on? Why do you treat young people in America like such fucking shit? So that's one. And then 2, all this other horse shit that can generally be under the guise of posting false job ads. Not all my you corpos don't want me to be president. You think I'd be some conservative libertarian type, and I would be in many other ways. But holy shit. There you would all get one shot. It'd be like Goldfinger and James Bond. You'd get one shot. We'd all have a meeting. Hi, here's what we're gonna do. Don't you all agree? And you all better say yes. Otherwise, geez, I don't know. Might end up in the back of a car in a where did Odd Job drop them off? At the car wreck place. Goldfinger, great movie. Go watch it. Let me ask you this: do neighbors lie to their other neighbors? Is that what good neighbors do? You're lying to young kids about there being jobs. You're lying to everyone about there being jobs. So that'd be all you corporations, all of them. You all owe pretty much every American alive except maybe baby boomers for ruining their youth and their finances. You really do owe it. And an apology doesn't mean anything unless you change the fucking thing that you're doing wrong. Okay. Second, Hollywood, you absolutely should apologize. I know Hollywood, you are a bunch of theater kids who happen to have gray pubes now, and none of you have talent. You have no ethics. Leftism and socialism is your god. How dare I? And I know we're not going to get an apology from you, but if you wanted to, you could apologize. You could apologize for being racist and sexist. You could apologize for this DEI horseshit. You could also apologize for making shit movies. And you could apologize for not coming up with any original ideas. Now, we don't care. We're not going to buy your shit. So what's happening? Hollywood's falling apart. Thank God. That's if you want to. More Sydney Sweeney, less Rachel Zegler. Video games, pretty much the same thing. We know you are, creative industries they lean left. At one time, leaning left meant you were more creative and free-spirited, not talentless Marxist hacks who don't want to work for a living. The video games, you guys are, it's over. This is like trying to sink the Titanic when it's up like this. If fuck you, you're gone. Media giants, there might be some salvageable stuff here. All right. People at one time wanted the news, not your fucking opinions. Anderson Cooper, Rachel Maddow, Time Magazine, 60 Minutes. At one time, we wanted the news. You guys have been fucking over the American people for 50 fucking years, as far as I can tell. And fuck off and fuck you very much. Yes, you're all going to be biased to the left. This is why newspapers have already gone bankrupt or just kept on life support by charitable investors that have ulterior aims for owning such newspapers. But if CNN I got an idea, CNN. Have you considered not constantly sucking the Democrats' dick? Have you considered reporting the news? Oh my God, just the things that happened. How about that? Instead of becoming a propagandist gossip arm of the Democrat Party, have you thought about just reporting the news? Might that happen? Might it not? Don't know, don't care. No one believes you anymore. I am the media now. All right. Me and millions of other people in the world with sizable channels, just, report the news or say that's bullshit. Do some research ourselves. Us citizen journalists, we're better neighbors than you. We're not liars and scoundrels and cheats. You could start, dude, you want CNN could turn around, say, whoever is in charge of CNN now, he or she could go up there and say, I want to apologize to the American people for the past 50 years. Or no, you guys haven't been around. It was the Gulf War about 90, right? However long, 30 years. We become a politicized entity carrying the water for the Democrat Party. We are a biased propagandist entity. And that changes today. Today, we will be going to our greatest lengths to report the news, not as we see fit, but to be as accurate as possible. We have fired everyone associated with this corrupt organization. And starting this day, we will be doing our best to be factual and honest and remove any opinions or political desires we might have. Boy, I wonder if that might sell. No. Tell me again how white men suck. Let's play that broken record for the 98th time. Tell me, why don't you get Whoopi Goldberg in there to tell us how much we hate Republicans? Yeah, we need more Whoopi. Mm-hmm. Then there are blatant individual abusers. I don't know how to put this, but like Procter and Gamble, Target, Bud Light, John Deere, Harley. I'm sure at some level, every one of you mindless dick suckers over in corporate America just did the thing that was popular. So I'm sure, because you gotta understand, guys, people in corporate executives, they don't think, they're not leaders. They are very good obeyers. They do current popular thing. That's how they got promoted. The problem is when you make it to the executive sleep, there's no one above you to tell you what to do. And all you do is say, popular thing? What popular thing? Thing popular ESG. Go ESG. Remember 6 months ago, every dickless wonder was talking about AI, right? Even though it had nothing to do with their, oh, we're trying to leverage our synergies with AI. Oh my God, are you a CEO? I couldn't tell. You must have your MBA from Harvard, where everyone's a plagiarist, including your former president. Go Harvard. These companies, oh, what was it? Miller? Miller dodged a bullet because Bud Light did something even like more ridiculous than them. Miller doesn't like you guys. Miller hates men. Go look up Miller and shit and woke. I'm sure you'll find it. So there's individual company like Harley Davidson. You should immediately apologize. You should Tractor Supply. You should immediately apologize and not apologize. You need to do good now. You need to fire everyone involved. With what are you doing going woke with Harley Davidson? I looked up the guy. It was just some German guy, right? He's in charge of Harley right now. Why would you hire a Harley rider? Why would you do that? No, hire a German guy. Appliance manufacturers, this isn't so sexy, but your guys' shit don't last at all. It is purposely designed to break down. Was it planned obsolescence? God Almighty, my first duplex over in the Twin Cities is the washer is probably still there. It was from the 70s. It was that 70s green, and it worked. Now I've had a new washer dryer. Washer dryer from the 80s was at my second place, and now I had to buy a new washer dryer for the new house. How long is that going to last? The one lasted 7 years, plus however long it was before I got there. The other one lasted 13 years at my other place in the Twin Cities. How long is the new one going to last? Right? And then related to that, the appliance manufacturers, all you beep, beep, boop, boop, but low quality shit, auto manufacturers. Oh my God, you guys are as bad as Hollywood. You should immediately start apologizing right now, especially young people. We're sorry we didn't make cars at all anywhere affordable. We're sorry we made it so that only rich people could afford cars. We're sorry we didn't have any entry-level cars. Oh, and by the way, we apologize for listening to nothing but a bunch of 48-year-old Baron Karens at our marketing research panels, where all they said was more bells and whistles and dinging and annoying shit and vibrators and controlling cars that you didn't but not make the cars affordable. Jaguar, you guys should. I know they bought the funny farm. Stellantis, oh my God, that you guys should be apologizing right now. You should. And to make things right, we have joined forces with all the other auto manufacturers in the world, approached the various governing bodies and said, you need to let us make smaller, cheaper cars and lower the emission quality standards for that so that they can have smaller, more fuel efficient cars. Because the reasons is that, and I don't have to, it's beyond the scope. Because now you just have large trucks and no one has fuel efficient, small, affordable cars. That's what real leadership would look like. If you were wondering. Did you all go to the Carlson School of Management where it's just dick sucking and backstabbing politics and ESG and diversity and DEI and current fad and leveraging synergy? Did you all go to the University of Minnesota's Carlson School of Management? Because it all seems like you did. You're all fucking morons. Cappy, why do you hate it so much? That's where I went. And trust me, I know it. These people are fucking morons. They're almost as bad as graduate. I will say this. I will say, if I had to, I would hire someone from the Carlson School before I hire anyone from fucking Harvard. Oh, fuck you people. Fuck you people. No, I don't need some blue blood dipshits. I'm not kidding. Cappy, you got to hire someone for a pretty important job. And you get to choose between Harvard Business School, Carlson School of Management, or your high school graduate. Give me the high school graduate. Because at least I could train that kid not to be some woke, leftist, self-whiny victimhood putz. Come here, Tanner. I need to do this one job. I'm going to train you for like a couple months. That way you don't have to go to college. And here's $60,000. And oh my God, the product came out well because we did training. Anyway, yeah, you auto manufacturers need to start making cars affordable for. Oh my God, why can't we get the young people? Young people aren't driving anymore. I don't know. Could it be the $30,000 fucking price tag? I'm curious about Ford's Maverick because I inevitably will be in the market for a new pickup truck, and this is their new pickup truck, and it's smaller. It's like that's exactly what I need. Wait, did you ask a bunch of Beckys and Madisons and Karens what they think should be in a pickup truck instead of fucking guys who just need a fucking pickup truck? Let me guess. It's going to ding if I get too close to the shoulder, or it's going to stop abruptly because, I don't know, it's got a little wife in the engine and I got too close to the truck in front. What did you do with the Maverick? Is it really going to be a Maverick? We'll find out. But yeah, you auto manufacturers, you owe the American people an apology, right? Not the Japanese one. I'm letting you Japanese people and the Koreans. The Korean manufacturers and the Japanese manufacturers. You guys are all right. You guys don't need to do no apology. You European and American manufacturers, go fuck yourselves. Then there are subscription service pushers. This is not a particular industry. It's all over. BMW, where they're like, well, if you want heated seats, it's going to be $50. I guess this is where it goes from people not buying your product to actively destroying your product. Remember the guy that drove through the used car dealership with his car? Do you remember that? That's where this shit starts to happen. Okay? Where you are such a bad fellow citizen, people just beat the shit out of you. Act like the fool. Yeah, you increase the chance that someone's going to beat the shit out of you. Oh no, like right now, would any of you give a shit? Just hear me out on this. Whatever your local town is, if it's big enough to have a BMW dealership, would any of you care if, oh my God, a bunch of Antifa or whatever attack the BMW dealership? Would any of you care? I mean, as long as no one gets hurt or killed, right? We're not having, oh no, a bunch of BMWs were just destroyed by a riot. That's just too bad. I'm not endorsing that. I'm not saying doing that. I'm saying it's kind of like that healthcare CEO. A lot of people like, oh, gee, I know how I should feel about it, but then there's how I do feel about it. Oh no. That's just too bad. I guess we better go arrest him. All right. Yeah, we can't have that guy running around. But I understand, kid. I understand. Oh, I guess the healthcare. Oh, insurance companies. How about that? Oh, my God. I want to see a pint of blood for the American Family Insurance CEO. Like we test it, I want to see a pint of blood from him as an apology. It's a bit dark and macabre. I don't know. Just like, no, that before I'd even ever consider going back to American Family Insurance, like, oh yeah, you're compensating me for all my fucking time I wasted on you. And I want the pint of blood from your CEO. I get to verify it. You all have to sing I'm Very Sorry song from Calvin and Hobbes. And then I'm getting an American as a customer service rep. An American who speaks fucking English clearly. That ain't gonna happen. And then this is minor, but still fast food. Jacking up your prices more than inflation, way more than inflation. Go fuck yourselves. Now, it's not the end of the world. Although people are, what's his name? Uh, Jeremy from the Quartering. He's been covering McDonald's. Oh my God. People aren't getting their fast foodsies no more. Oh my God. No shit. Huh. Wonder if there's a reason for that. See, a lot of you think, oh boy, to become a consultant or to become an economist, that must be really difficult. You must have to know your shit. Dude, this is one thing banking taught me. Everyone who leads America right now is such an incompetent, idiotic, corrupt fucking moron. You don't need to be intelligent to be a consultant. You just have to have the slightest bit of common sense and ethics. Like, why would you do that to your car? No one asked for that. That's going to annoy people and drive up the cost. Why would you do a subscription service for heated seats, BMW? Why don't you just offer it and jack up the price a little bit? Why would you do such a thing? That's stupid. They're not. None of these people are smart guys, and none of them are ethical. And you want the future of consulting? Stop being fucking moronic dickheads and just do the right thing so you develop a long-term good relationship with your fellow neighbors. What? You mean slap black girl boss vagina and everything? No, that's not what I said. It's not what, unless you want to make like a specific product for rah black empowerment female go get, okay. That's a specific product. But yeah, I don't think Harley Davidson wants to, oh shit, look out, here comes Shaniqua. Model of the Harley Davidson motorcycle. Anyway, fast food, that's another one. There are others, no doubt there are others. But that's all I wanted to share with you. If you corporations need me, you could go to assholeconsulting.com and I will help you in this transition. If you need me to write your apology, I will. All right? For lots of money. Playa. Link below. You can find me at assholeconsulting.com. Also, link below is a link to my courses. That has nothing to do with the topic of this video. The minimalism course, for those of you that were interested, that's open for enrollment. That will be open for enrollment until the 7th. There are other courses available, including How to Stop Being Lazy, The Dad You Never Had, Achieving Financial Excellence, and The World's Greatest Accounting Career. So, yeah, I want to hold my breath for these corporations to apologize. But, yeah, I'd be impressed if you did. And well, then there'd be the implementation of the apology strategy. Okay. That's maybe where you'd have to hire asshole consulting because none of you dipshits know what ethics are or long-term customer retention and quality. None of you know what that is. So maybe that's where I could prove my mettle and worth. Dude, I know I kind of joke, ha, 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 funny. But honest to God, do you know how many billions I'd save a company if they I'm not putting me in charge, but I just like, do this, da-da. Just think long-term, maintain, and keep the customer happy. Like, here's what you do. Oh my God. There was a guy, a lot of you wonder, well, how did Japan become so good at making cars? One, the Japanese people. Two, there was a genuine desire on part of the Japanese people to make cars. But there was a guy in America, I forgot his name. We're talking maybe even the 50s. This was happening, maybe the 60s. And he was all about, I forgot what it was some form of quality control. No one in the American auto manufacturing industry would listen to him. And he went to Japan and they listened to him. And then Japan beat the fuck out of the Americans for the next several decades. I don't know what. And then Japan, which is Nissan, they hired fucking Brie Larson to be their advertising person. Oh, and then look, Nissan's having troubles. It's like, wow, man, just don't Japan, keep being Japan, man. Don't do what Americans do. Don't invite our vampires over to your country and have us fuck you up. Strangeosity, $10. My comments for various vids keep disappearing even when they stay posted. I get no likes and no replies anymore. I think I've been permanently silenced on YouTube. Anyone else affected? Strangeosity, I hate to dismiss it so out of hand. That's always been going on in YouTube. And in one way, I know that YouTube is trying to get rid of fake accounts and bots. Like Chad Elkins is all worried, like, oh my God, I lost 200 subscribers. I'm like, yeah, okay, I've been stuck at 127,000 this entire time because YouTube is getting rid of all these quote fake accounts. But I'm sure in their their attempts to do so, they get rid of real accounts. I don't. Does it have an effect on you though? I know you'd like to comment and all, but at the end of the day, is it vital we all could comment on YouTube? For YouTube, it's important. But if they're going to make it like this, what are you going to do about it? A Pringles can with veins, $5. Watch the girl boss brand die is going to be glory. Oh, dude, that right there, that's the canary in the coal mine. What, 5 years ago, every girl was a girl. I'm a girl boss. Look at girl boss. Hashtag girl boss. Oh, look at it. There's even a book called Girl Boss. Now they're starting to realize, oh, yeah, that is pretty much an arrogant, insufferable pain in the ass. And nobody likes that. Now they're trying to scrub that from their. And here's the sad thing. Now, if you happen to be an excellent career woman, you're a really good accountant, or you just, you're a Sheryl Sandberg type, or you're a good IT gal. Now, any woman who is successful has the negative connotation of girl boss. Not because men did it, but because you girls had to do the whole fucking girl boss shit. And look at the roundhouse kicking girl cop show or whatever. Because Hollywood and the movies made it a fucking political thing. Now you can't just be really, it's sad. Already watching video games fire they, thems, and body positive wheelchair chicks. The ranch dude, $2. What age would you consider being to get old? It depends on your health. I guess I would call you could push old out to 60. If you're 60, you're old. But man, I look so good and I'm in great shape for 50. Like I could do everything I can now like I was when I was 22. There's no you got to work out, stay in shape, be on your health, man. That's it. And you will extend your youth as far as you can extend. I mean, we're all going to get old and we're all going to die. It's going to happen. I just don't want to be your typical fat American pig that gets obesity and diabetes before they're 30 and has knee problems because they're so fat. My old man, he still made a couple hikes with me last year, guys. 77, 78. Why do you run? So I could do it tomorrow. So yeah, 60, I'd say, is the objective age. I've seen some 30-year-old people, like they look horrible. And then you look at like, was it RFKJ Jr., Dennis McGunn, those are old timer guys, but they're in jack shape. You're like, hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. Pringles can with veins, $2. The insufferable smarm, short hair, tough girl. But that's all going away. They're starting to realize that is kind of a brand or a PR move or a character. No one wants that shit. And consequently, not only do people not want that in their games, they don't want it in the real life either. Reed Schwartz are $5. Any opinion on H1B? Seems like the usual just outsource bro instead of fixed colleges, schools here. Was looking forward to Witcher 4 now, man. I kind of got a split opinion on, not that I'm trying to be cowardly and favor both sides. What little I know about it, look, Americans don't raise their kids right, and Americans are lazy. And and you're not wrong there, Reen. Yes, there's problems with college, and we could push more people into STEM, blah, blah, blah. So I could see the argument. Yeah, there might actually be a shortage of talent. And then also I want the best of all worlds. And I'm not against some immigration, especially if you're a high level engineer, However, I would see, I see. Yeah, definitely along the lines of what we're talking about here. How many corporals go out and just find cheaper foreign labor? Yeah, fuck you. Not the guys they're hiring. I mean, yeah, if you could get the money, go make it. One of my best friends happens to be a H-1B visa guy. But you corpos, like a good citizen, you'd start to find and hire Americans first. God Almighty, here'd be a perfect example where you see both sides. Would you all like to have a real American, an American raised person be customer service? Sure. All right. It's not that we don't like Indians. Like, you got a heavy accent. We can't understand you half the time. I think, well, yeah, we'd like to. Okay. How many Americans are going to sit down and do customer service? Or is that beneath them? You know? Or the Philippines, would they have a slightly slighter accent than the Indians do? But yeah, I could see if you can't find it. Look, I've had trouble finding decent looking women to do some basic modeling for books and other products of mine, because most of my audience is male. If they're good looking, they're not reliable. It's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult. So I understand, like, yeah, you can't find Americans. I get it. I totally get it. Reen, $2. Still have my 2009 Honda. Yep, there you go. Plains Warrior, $2. Would be nice if they made new analog cars. Plains, I'm not kidding. On my to-do list, I've started working on more cars. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go to some kind of trade school, learn to work on vehicles. What I'd like to be able to do is get like an old chassis of a car and just put in an engine, put in a transmission, and basically build my own cars, because I'm not dealing, because the day's going to run out where, a 2009 Honda, they don't have them anymore, because they don't last forever. And I'm going to need a car. And I am not buying some dingmobile, negmobile device from 2024 that's 10 years old where everything's fucking going on it. Yeah, I'm going to get to the point where I could go and repair. I'll find some old car at a junkyard. I'll be like, oh, still got it. Okay. All I got to do is whatever, fix the suspension, and be able to make my own cars go. But I've seen it. I've seen these cars. I've driven some of my friends' cars. Like, this is annoying. But it would be cool to get an old, not chopper. That's a motorcycle. Those old 30s drag racing type of cars. That would be engine, transmission, steering wheel. That's it. We're good. We're done. Reen, $2, but we need to improve and updated, bro. Yeah, that's another thing. Corpo America has got to loot. I'm again, if you corporations want to know why you're failing, you can hire me for an egregious hourly fee. That continual improvement shit has got to end too. Apex Guitar Institute. This is a new guy. $5. Bought a new Honda in 2017 and found out I dodged all the fancy lane sense, auto braking, and such by like 1 year, keeping it until it disintegrates. Yep. Okay, so we kind of know with Hondas, it's 2018. You want a 2018 or later. You know what I want? I already looked. They don't exist anymore. I wanted a 1995 Eagle Talon. That's what I wanted, the sport model. Can't find it. They don't make them. The young kids wreck them. But I'd love to have me some 90s cars. Razor Power, $10. Cappy, may your height drop by the length of your you-know-what for disregarding my last super. What? Did I miss a super chat? Still wish you a successful 25, if for nothing else, our entertainment. All right, Razor, I'll go look back through the archives. I got to go through super comments, too. Back Health 101, $5. You sound like Fry from Futurama. Really? Shut up and take my money. A Pringles can with veins, $5. I rebuilt the 71 Chevelle, put an LS1 engine. Is that the Corvette engine? With a $100 radio from a pawn shop, all in 12,000, better than everything out there for 100,000. Good. Exact. That's the shit I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to get a lift. I'm gonna have to buy like some really nicer tools than what I got now. But I'm just done. I'm also done dealing with mechanics where it's like, dude, you fix that, but in the process, you broke this. There's a shortage. If you don't like it, fix it yourself. Actually, I will. I will. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, Asshole Consulting. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.